This meeting being okay. Stealing identities or violating privacy. These are certain issues with the internet services as well as digital devices, and people are facing the challenges. The type of the challenges, cybercrime, especially through the internet, has grown in importance as the computer has become central to commerce, entertainment, government, and many more things. Means if digital device is not with us, it means that we feel that we do not have something else with us. The type of the cybercrime, there are a number of crime activities: identify theft and invasion of the privacy, internet fraud, ATM fraud, ATM card fraud, file sharing and privacy, counterfeiting and the forgery, hacking, computer viruses, denial of service attacks. It means that as you are going to use the internet services with your digital devices, and the different types of the cybercrime will coming in the existence. We are talking about the cybercrime, but the solution is cyber security. Basically, the cyber security is the practice of defending computers, servers, mobile devices, electronic systems, networks, data, privacy from the malicious attacks. And cybersecurity refers to the body of technologies, processes, and practices designing to protect network, devices, programs, software, data connections, your hardware from the cyber criminals. Cybersecurity may also be referred to as the information technology security. We can say network security, the practice of securing a computer network from intruders, whether targeted attackers or opportunistic malwares. This is important. If your network is not secure, it means that your information might be leaked before reaching the destination. Application security focuses on keeping software and devices free of threats. A compromised application could provide access to the data this is designed to protect. It means that your application software should also be protected with the certain algorithm in the authentication, authorization should be available with your application. Information security protects the integrity and privacy of data, both in the storage and transaction also. Operation security includes the processes and decisions for handling and protecting data assets. Users have permissions when accessing network and determine how and where the data may be stored or shared. Your network or source and destination should be secure while you are transit the data, and your storage framework as well as databases should be in a secure mode. Now, disaster recovery and business continuity define category of cyber security devices. Disaster recovery and business continuity define how an organization respond to a cyber security. Means if that organization is a group of people, maybe individual people, it means that this is the sole responsibility of the group of people or organization or the individual person who is using the internet and digital devices to protect yourself from the criminals. Response to a cyber security incident or any other event that causes the loss of the operation or data. Disaster recovery policies dictate how the organization restores its operations and operational data and information from any damaged condition. And user education, teaching users to delete suspicious email attachment. This is most important factor, and user education. If and user is really educated and aware about the cyber crime, cyber security concern, and what is the exact meaning of particular web icon, and if we are doing something else with this type of the application, what would be happen with us or with our device. It is most important factor. Teaching users to delete suspicious email attachments, not plugin, unidentified USB device, and various other important lessons is vital for the security of an organization. Now, scale of the cyber threat. The global cyber threat continues to evolve at a rapid pace with a rising number of the data breaches every year. We always listen that by the news channels and newspaper that something happens in a particular domain and the organization has on the downward because of the hackers. A report by risk-based security revealed that a shocking 7.9 billion records have been exposed by data breaches in the first 9 months of 2019 alone. This you can understand what may be happening with digital devices in internet with the internet services. This figure is more than double, 112%, the number of the records exposed in same period in 2018. With the scale of the cyber threat set of continue to rise, the International Data Corporation predicts that worldwide spending on cyber security solution will reach massive, $133.7 billion by 2022. It means that if problems are coming and there are a number of challenges, now we have to pay attention to solve the problem and overcome the challenges. It means that we have to expend some money to secure yourself. Governments across the globe have responded to the rising cyber threat with guidance to help organizations. There are certain rules, government by government, and try to government always want to provide the secure environment for the user to utilize the internet as well as smart devices. Cybercrime, the use of computer as an instrument for further illegal ends such as committing fraud, trafficking, and many more things. It means that they are part of the cybercrime. Cyber attack is a malicious and deliberate attempt by an individual organization to breach the information system from the individual or organization. This is the attack, means harm to the organization or individual person in the form of digital attack. Cyber terrorism is the use of the internet to conduct violent acts that result in or threaten the loss of life of the significant bodily harm in order to achieve political or ideological gains through threat or intimidation. Some people just use the information communication technology to make some clips, to make something else, and now message to the user, and they misuse the intention of the user and say that if you would not do it, then I will share your confidential information on the public platform. It means that that's the cyber terrorism. SQL injection, a structured query language. SQL injection is a type of cyber attack that results from inserting malicious code into a server that uses SQL. When infecting the server, release information submitting the malicious code can be as a simple entering into a vulnerable website search. Phishing, web phishing, it means that you click the web link and you think that this is the actual web link, but that would not be actual, because the same web page is designed to trap the user, and you will click over there and share the confidential credential in the form of text to the criminals, and they will use it to in a bad way. Man in the middle attack, MITM attack occurs when hackers insert themselves into a two-party transaction. After interrupting the traffic, they can filter and steal data. According to Cisco, MITM attacks often occur when a visitor uses an unsecured public Wi-Fi network. attackers insert themselves between the visitor and network, then you don't feel that someone else in between me and the network services. Now in these situations, this is very pathetic, and people and the user is using the services in a joyful environment, but the data and information is breaching by the third party in the middle. Denial of services attack. A denial of service DOS is a type of cyber attack that floods a computer or network so it cannot respond to requests. A DOS does the same thing, but the attack originates from computer network. A botnet is type of it means that the intrusion is created and in the form of the botnet or an agent that will be work same as the man in the middle attack. And it means that here the people, the attacker is not connected directly, but it has designed the software in the form of the agent, and the name are various name. The name is different, such as botnet is a type of the DDoS in which millions of the systems can be infected with malware and controlled by the hacker. Sometimes it's called a zombie system, target overwhelm, target processing capabilities, and many more. Now the malware is also a malicious software which may harm to your systems as well as software. And this is the type of malware is such spyware, ransomware, viruses, and worms. Malware is activated when a user click on malicious link or attachment, which leads to installing dangerous software. Cisco reports that malware, once activated, can block access to the key network components and maybe ask for the ransomware and install additional harmful software which may harm your memory and many more functionality of your systems. Convertly obtain information by transforming data from the hard drive to hard drive in operable. The malware, the action
गुलफाम सर, आपकी वॉइस ऑफ हो चुकी है, आप म्यूट है। गुलफाम से आवाज नहीं आ रही है आपकी।
Hello, participant, please tell me, am I audible or not?
Yes, sir. Now you are audible.
कामरान साहब क्या कह रहे हैं? This is a very pathetic situation. Okay. Now I am telling my real story. So now the payment has been done by ATM card and with the OTP. Now it means that मैंने सब्र किया कि हाँ पैसे तो गए, अब वापस तो आने वाले हैं नहीं. But registrar sir again told me that you have to complain against the person and also send me the mail. So I mailed to the IG crime branch J&K, and all the screenshots happened with me. I shared, and then registrar sir also sent the same mail to the IG crime branch. And now after 1 or 2 days, I got credited 25,000 in my account. It means that while you are using WebSoapy and the amount transferred to the particular web shop, it means that it is going to the wallet, and 3 to 5 days the amount will be over there. And in this case, if you complain something else, then your amount will revert back. These are also some type of the malware, RAT, remote access Trojan, or malware that install backdoors on target system to give remote access. And rootkits comprise several malicious payloads such as keyloggers, threats, and viruses, allowing attackers remote access to target machines. Bootkits are type of the rootkit that can infect startup code, the software that leads before the operating system. Spyware is a form of the malware used to illicitly monitor a user's computer activity. This is good. This is good to see the activity of the children on her machine and harvest personal information. A Trojan is a type of malware that disguises itself a legitimate software but perform malicious activity when executed. Viruses and worms. So I think that each and everyone know viruses and worms, and we use the antivirus software to prevent our system or our devices from the viruses and worms. A computer virus is a piece of malicious code that is installed without the user's knowledge. Viruses can replicate and spread to other computers by attaching themselves to other computer systems. ये pen drive and many USB devices, while you use transfer data with the help of pen drives from one machine to another machine, means that the virus will transit from one machine to another machine. Worms are like viruses in that they are self-replicating. However, they do not need to attach themselves to another program to do.
कहाँ रहती हो?
Someone is saying something.
मौली साहब.
Now, most common source of the cyber threats: criminal groups, hackers, malicious insiders, corporate spies, nation states, terrorist groups, and hacktivists.
अच्छा वो यास्मीन की बहन है ना, तो ऐसे क्यों नहीं बोलती? यास्मीन नहीं थे हमारे पास ये अभी जो पासवर्ड जो ये पतली सी.
Cyber safety tips: protect yourself against cyber attacks, update your software and operating systems with a frequent time, use antivirus software, use strong password, do not open email attachment from unknown sender, do not click on links in email from unknown senders, unfair websites, avoid using unsecure Wi-Fi network in public places. Now, hardware security. The hardware security is combination of cyber security and cryptography. Basically, cryptographic hardware. Most of the time, cryptographic algorithms provide security to the electronic devices, as well as their execution systems, which contain these cryptographic algorithms, such as the most important directions of improving hardware security of the computer systems are detection of side channels attacks, power analysis attacks, physical attacks, hardware Trojan, zero value attacks. These are some attacks which are directly pertain to the hardware. And now we are getting number of hardware. It means especially network devices which are protected with the cybercrime attacks, and the embedded programs available over there to protect the device. The main purpose of hardware security is protecting and maintaining security of the information data from third party. Okay, hardware security techniques include fingerprinting, watermarking, trademarks, patent, radio frequency identification, RFID, and cryptographic techniques. These are some techniques to maintain the hardware security. Hardware security ensure that the supply chain that builds the product is secure between other things like hardware design, secure multiple party computation, secure key access control, storage. Actually, this is most important thing about the hardware security. If any company producing some product in the form of the hardware to the market, it means that it should be come in the market with a standards, especially for the security standards. It means that the launch device is do not have any type of the breaching point to share the information, because while a user purchased a machine, then it will use roughly on his workplace, and that there are number of informations which we can store, as well as transit from one machine to another machine with the help of internet as well as web applications also. And so it means that if a device is coming to the market after following some security standards, it means that it is secure. Okay, getting some. Okay. Hardware security attacks, physical attacks. Attackers access to the hardware system directly. Most of the time, attackers connect to the device through the signal wires or pins. Attackers have good awareness about the software implementation of the cryptographic algorithm. Kaise? You can understand with the help of this system. It means that you are sharing the devising with the help of the cable, and any criminal can introduce can put a pin over there to collect the valuable information from your network devices. Physical attacks, attackers, clever outsiders. This is a category of the physical attackers. This type of attackers have proper knowledge about the system, and they use limited of equipment, tools to access the system. Knowledgeable insiders. This type of attackers also have good knowledge about the system, and they use access tools and equipment to access the hardware systems. Funded organizations. This kind of the attackers use all things to do the attack. They use all resources required to the attack, because the profession of the organization is to steal the information. Now, physical attacks classification: invasive attacks, semi-invasive attacks, and non-invasive attacks. It means that in invasive attacks, the system will be totally captured by the attackers. In semi-invasive attacks, the attackers can use the system but not harm to the systems and existing in system hardware. But in non-invasive attacks, the middle of the invasive and semi-invasive attacks. Physical attacks, countermeasures, bus scrambling, change the order, connection of the data buses, data encryption, encrypt the data after using its own encryption algorithm, and then ask to the user, please give me something in the revert back if you want to decryption algorithm over there. Glue logic design, hide the data bus, and the sensor mesh and top metal layers, continue monitors of all paths in the mesh, reset memory to preserve data. These are some physical attack countermeasures. Side channels attack. The first side channel attacks was happened in 1965 on the government agency. The attack was used on a cryptographic machine. It generated ciphertext as a key that was reset every day. This is the non-invasive attack. Basically, it gathers physical information from the indirect sources. The following kind of the information leaked, such as power consumption, leaked indirectly sources of the channel, such as power consumptions, electromagnetic radiation, time taken for a computation. It means that government can put these type of the channel attacks uh, to capture the information what is going in a particular particular organization, and how much power is consumption you are using the automatic electric power meters, electromagnetic EM radiations. This meter can measure the radiation produced by the devices, time taken for a computations, how much time it will taking to process the process. This is basically the figure for the side channel attacks. You are looking over there as oscilloscopes, wideband LNA, EM probe, and if we talk about the deeply in this, it means we are going towards the electrical and electronics engineering. Classification of the side channels: actions over computation process, accessing the modules, analysis process. There are passive attacks and active attacks under this category. Went two ways: in a passive attacks and active attacks. The side channel attacks, passive attacks, and active attacks. It may passive attacks, power analysis, electromagnetic analysis, timing analysis, and active attacks, fault injections. This is very pathetic. Power analysis attacks is used to disclose sacred information from a device by analyzing system's power consumption. This power analysis attacks type is non-invasive. This attack type is required physical access to the device. Okay. Advanced encryption standard AES can break down in a few minutes using this power analysis attack. This is the solution for that. Power analysis attacks have three types of the attacks: simple power analysis attack, differential power analysis attack, and correlational power analysis. This you are looking power analysis attacks PAA over here. And now countermeasures in the side channel attacks: noise adding, algorithm based, noise based, power balancing, design crypto systems. These are some countermeasures to overcome the side channel attacks. Major trends for computer security threats: for business: disruption, distortion. Any disruptions means the attackers or hackers gain access to information you need either because it is necessary to run your business or because it is sensitive information. Distortion: with the development of technology comes the development of bots and vehicles of misinformation. This could cause more members of the public to distrust and integrity of information they encounter. Hackers are distorting the data and technologies, places, and many more things. They want to destroy the total system which is existing over the network. Deteriorations: the deterioration of a company's complete control over its business practice can open it up to variety of risks in which cyber criminals are quick to take advantages. For example, more and more businesses are implementing AI and increasing their efficiency. But if you deploy untested AI, it means that you will going towards the harm. Phishing attacks. I have told you about the live example of the phishing attacks. In a phishing attack, a hacker pretend to be someone you trust, such as your boss or your bank. Most commonly, the hacker emails you from a familiar but slightly altered email address. Typically, the hacker email you a link attachment. They ask you to go a website, log into your account, and enter your personal information such as your social security, bank account, password, etc. And this is also showing the interested in statistics. And in 2019, phishing was responsible for 32% of confirmed data breaching and 78% of all the cyber crimes. Cloudjacking. Cloudjacking is the process by which cloud computing is infiltrated by a third party. Once a hacker gets into your company cloud, they may try to reconfigure the cloud code to manipulate sensitive data and information regarding the company and the employees. In this scenario, cyber criminals upload fake memos, instructions, or other files to the company cloud. It means that very pathetic for the company to survive this type of the attacks. This can result in everything from workers granting hackers greater company access to release sensitive data. So each and every company have pay attention on this type of the attacks from the cyber criminals. Network perimeters and endpoint security. As more and more workers have made to switch to
अभी आप 2
remote
साल
work
पढ़ेंगे
in
अभी
2021
तो आ जाएगी इंशाल्लाह कुछ
because
ना
the
कुछ
people are working
जो
work
ठीक
from
हो जाएगी
home
उसके
and the
बाद आप
server is
मदरसे भी पढ़
the
के
company
आइए
server are used by the users. These security issues become bigger target for the hackers. Mobile devices which professionals often use to conduct business on the road and are often more exposed to phishing schemes. Mobile malware is a type of the software used especially on mobile devices for malicious purposes, as larger amount of the sensitive company data are being accessed and stored on mobile devices. Mobile malware attacks are very likely to be one of the most pertinent cyber security threats this year or in each and every year. Now we are going toward the 5G and 5G Wi-Fi